Hey guys, G here. This is the Elemental Awakening YouTube channel, or maybe you're watching on Facebook or wherever. So please, if you like this content, subscribe below. This is a subscribe button, or share with your friends. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like, what you think. And if you haven't watched Psyched Out yet, it's also on this channel, or you can go to psychedoutmovie.com. It's a movie all about psychedelics, plant medicines, ayahuasca, some amazing stories of transformation. And a bunch of other topics too. So hope you enjoy it. And today I just wanted to share, I just got back from Rythmia almost a week ago now. I got back, and while I was there, I had a profound experience. Again, multiple profound experiences. And just before I get into the video, well, I guess I'll tell you, I'm going to share about those experiences specifically, about prepping for ayahuasca, a little about the diet, a little bit about integration as well. And basically there's just things that my experience with it. So don't take it as advice, but maybe just to open up your perspective, or to just share what I'm doing. And I'd love to hear about what you're doing. So prepping for ayahuasca. So Rythmia is a luxury retreat resort center in Costa Rica. They do everything amazing there. It's most people might say it's a bit expensive, but I find it's worth every single penny. I've been fortunate enough to be able to teach there a couple times a year, and every time I go, I keep learning more and more about myself and developing this relationship with the medicine. So some people will talk to me about thinking ayahuasca is going to cure them or change their life. And I always like to say, ayahuasca is a tool that's going to raise your consciousness. It's going to make you more aware of the things that are underlying inside your subconscious mind, maybe some ancestral like lineage stuff that's in your DNA that's embedded, some trauma from like not past lives, but from ancestry. It could also be stuff from your soul, past lives, that's all in here that we sort of need to work through in order to become the best version of ourselves. So drinking it once, if you're expecting to change your entire life, it can change your trajectory, to the trajectory of your life, but most of the time it's going to take some work. And that is ayahuasca, that is with breath work, that is with yoga, that is with whatever you do, whether you're reading books or if you're expecting a quick fix like the Western medicine model. It doesn't exactly work like that all the time. But many people have done ayahuasca once and it's pushed them into a new direction, and then they've taken the action, they've taken that, made that commitment, made the decision to then make changes in their life. And that's when the journey starts. It's not just the ayahuasca. The ayahuasca can be a catalyst for change, but then it's now you have this drive or this curiosity or intuition to start making other changes in your life and attracting different people into your life, different opportunities, loving yourself, treating yourself better, putting good food in your mouth, whatever. Okay, so going into the week, most traditions will say to follow some sort of dieta. In the beginning, it was super strict. I did 2 weeks. I would do like no salt. I would eat pretty much very bland food, not much at all. And what I've realized is sometimes I've been very strict, sometimes I haven't been so strict, and it hasn't made a huge difference for me, specifically on the food. Obviously, like a few days before, at the minimum, like 3 or 4 days, I'll cut out like coffee. I don't really drink much alcohol or do any hard drugs. So those for sure I would say not to do. There's some interactions like SSRIs that are a complete no-no. But then the things like salt and sex, again, a few days before for me has been sufficient. I haven't noticed a big difference in the experience. But again, that's my experience. So for everyone, it might be different. But I think the most important thing is once you make the decision that you're going to commit to a plant medicine experience, whether it be a week from now or 6 months from now, is starting to sort of set those intentions of what do you really want to get out of the experience? What do you want to get out of the experience, and why are you doing it? What is the reason? What's the intention behind this whole thing? Are you trying to become a better person, get clarity in your life, heal something? And constantly just really finding time and space to sort of focus on that. And for me, that's the most important and best preparation. There are a lot of things that will affect your experience in the medicine. One of them is your preparation physically, the shaman, the type of brew the medicine, where you're doing it, so the environment energetically, the people that you're in ceremony with, what kind of connection you have with them, and most importantly, I think, is your own internal dialogue, how you are taking care of yourself, how prepared and committed you are to meet the medicine, to dance with the medicine, and to experience whatever it has to show you without fear. So being totally relaxed and open, and diving right in. I think that is for me number one. So yeah, and with the group setting, it's always good to sort of at least spend a day with the people you're going to be in ceremony with. I like Rythmia because you get there, you get a couple of days to meet people. By the time you go into the first ceremony, you know, you already built some sort of relationship with the group. And then you can go, as a collective, the energy is much stronger. Same thing with breath work. When we breathe together, meditate together, even science has shown, you know, meditating in groups can really affect outcomes statistically. And I've seen the same thing with doing breathwork exercise. I'm a Wim Hof instructor. I've also developed an elemental awakening breathwork experience. And we see, you know, if I do it with by myself, or with just a couple people versus 20 people, the energy is totally different. So it's a bit about preparation. And just really, especially the day of, just being clear, going in, not being too distracted, shutting off your phone, you know, preparing for the journey ahead. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, letting your body know that you're going for it, and really going to that ceremony and, you know, communicating to the shaman that you are committed. I always, you know, this last week, every shaman I said, you know, I'm in your hands, and the medicine, you know, guide me. I'm going all in. I'm committing to this journey. And this week was so profound in many ways. I think because of this unwavering commitment to the medicine, and I'll share a couple of my experiences. So at Rythmia, they do 4 nights in a row. The first night and the third night is a Brazilian brew, Santo Daime. It's very visual. Second night is their home brew. And the fourth night is a traditional Yahe ceremony, which goes all night. And I'll get into each one. The Yahe for me is the most difficult, hardest to drink, but we'll get there when we get there. So yeah, so some of my main intentions was, one of my main intentions going to the first night for the week was, you know, why am I always trying to do so much? So am I distracting myself from something I'm always trying to achieve, or like have all these projects on the go I'm excited about? You know, I've got to a point in my life where I've moved away from just doing things because they were lucrative or interesting to doing things that I really am excited about. But even then, I still find myself trying to do a lot. So that was one intention. And the other one was, why do I take things personally? So even sometimes the smallest things, emotionally, I'll feel it as if it was something directed at me, even though I know that it is not. And then as the nights went on, those changed. And sometimes you get exactly what you ask for. Sometimes it comes very subtly. Sometimes you get something totally different. And then sometimes after a whole week, like it's happened this week, just today I was realizing, oh, you know, those experiences now, I understand how they relate to my intention. So I have a clear intention. And even if you feel like you haven't connected with your intention on your journeys, always come back to it after a week, 2 weeks, or a month, because the medicine's still unfolding in your life. Okay, it's like the shockwave goes off, and then all of these sort of attachments or detachments start coming apparent in your life. Okay, so night one, and I brought my brother this time and my brother-in-law, so some first-timers that had never experienced the medicine, so it's very interesting. And they say not to sit beside people you're close with because they're having a hard time. It's going to pull you out of your experience. So I didn't sit beside my wife or any of my friends. So in this experience, one of the main things that came up was I was shown how to relax. The medicine told me that mainly it wants to teach you and heal you, but mainly it's healing through teaching, through deeper understanding of how life works, about how the things have happened to you are probably not your fault. Maybe some reasons why they happened, and how they are there to help you learn and not to sort of destroy you, even though sometimes it may not make any sense or it's super traumatic. So what it was saying was, if you're too much in your head, you have too much thought energy going on, and it's just totally crazy up there, nothing's going to happen because you're going to be stuck in your head. And most of the time in those situations, people feel a lot of nausea and they have a lot of resistance when they're too much caught up in their head thinking about stuff. So the medicine's wanting to clear this thought energy out so that I can then heal you and work. And what the medicine told me, and the way I understood it, was that our natural state of being is to be fully relaxed, fully calm and relaxed. And I'm all onto breathing, so I know this, how you can control the breath to relax yourself. And it was saying that when you're fully relaxed on the medicine, everything will open up and so many more insights and understandings will come to you. So typically I will drink a cup and I'll feel the effects, I'll purge, drink another cup, feel the effects, purge, and that's how it goes. So that's what I've programmed myself what ayahuasca is to me. So I usually expect that. As soon as I feel nausea, I get ready. Okay, let me build up this nausea. Let me purge it out. For those of you who don't know what purging is like releasing of energy. So you can purge through crying, through throwing up, through diarrhea, through sweating, through yawning. There's so many ways, shaking. And these are energetic releases with or without the medicine, ways that we release energy and emotions. So as it was coming up, it was like, so you can release these two ways. You can totally relax, or we can purge. And basically the purging is what the medicine does to make people relax that can't relax their thoughts. So make you feel nauseous, and it'll help you to purge. And then once you purge, obviously you feel relaxed. So that was a huge understanding for me. So I realized by slowing down my breath, by slowing down the exhale. So when you exhale, your blood rate goes down. When you and it clears your mind. When you're inhaling, it increases thought and increases heart rate. So I just take an inhale and slowly exhale as slow as possible and relax my body as much as I could, and the nausea would go away every single time. And it was a revelation to me. And I've been wanting to write a book for a long time. I have all these crazy stories in my life of things that I've done, experiences that I've experienced, but I couldn't really find this thread to string it all along. And then it came to me, write a book about relaxing. So I'm gonna call it something like relaxation therapy, or the art of relaxation, or something like that. Because I was a guy for most of my life, I could not find a way to relax. I'm always doing things, going on experiences, working, thinking about then what I'm gonna do next. And as my practices evolved with breath work and meditation, I would find techniques to help relax. But this was like, listen, you really want life to go to the next level, be in a relaxed state, your natural state. And when you're relaxed, you can choose what you want to do. You're less reactive to the external environment, and you're less reactive to thoughts and emotions. So the more you relax, like in the medicine, if you're totally relaxed, even if a thought comes up, emotionally, you're not going to be reacting to it because your body's relaxed. Thought, feeling in the body tenses up, body tries to sort of react to it. That's the way we've been programmed. So then it just came. So I downloaded this whole book, all the stories of my life, how I'm gonna incorporate it. So that's gonna be coming soon, and I'm so excited to write it because it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a tell-all tale of all the crazy shit I've ever done and all the things that I've learned about how to relax and connect it together. So the medicine was even showing me ways to, like, when a thought comes in your mind, if you feel if it's a negative emotion, automatically relax something in your body. So train your body not to react. So when any thought comes up, you're gonna just relax more and slowly exhale, and the thought will lessen, and eventually you'll detach these feelings that are associated with the thought. So then you just think about things and not have an emotion attached to it. I was like, this is brilliant, I think. So if you want to try that, let me know how that works, feeling. And there's so many layers of relaxation that we don't even realize. So we're so wound up, so stressed, that we think sitting down is relaxing. But when you really sit down and slow your breath, you can relax your jaw, where I was shown in the medicine how much tension I hold in my jaw, around our eyes and our forehead. Look where you have wrinkles. You're probably holding tension there. In my lower back, the way you sit. So just really focus on relaxation. And I'm gonna give in the book some amazing tools and techniques, and I'll share a few in the next few videos as well. And this night there was a particular shaman that I did my first experience at Rythmia with, and somehow that first experience created a perception of this shaman in my head, because I really connected with him, and we were hanging out. And the first time at Rythmia, there was probably like 5 guests in ceremony, or 3, and we were doing rapé. It was the first time I did rapé, and every time I do it, I was puking. After the ceremony, we were just lying there chatting like 2 buddies. And in my mind, I just saw it as a friend, reminding me of a friend who I used to drink with or do drugs with back in the day. We just hang out and chill. And I feel like I didn't give him the credit as a shaman. And I also feel that since that first time 3 or 4 years ago, this guy's evolved significantly as a shaman and a human being. And I felt like every single ceremony after that, coming up to this one, I always would downplay his abilities to hold space, to hold energy, maybe not take him seriously. It was all subconscious that was being revealed to me in the medicine. And in this ceremony, I had realized that he had provided this space for me tonight to have these incredible realizations about life, and I was so grateful for him because of it. And then I realized that everyone in your life is a mirror, and it was just a reflection of me not taking myself seriously at the time. When I teach or the things that I do, I'm hard on myself. And it had really had nothing to do with him. It was all about me not taking myself seriously, being way too hard on myself. And those were the reflection that he was showing me of myself. And I couldn't wait till the ceremony was over so I could share that with him. And I knew that, you know, like, people might take that personally, and I just told him in the most heart-based way possible, like how I felt, and thanking him for being that mirror, and telling him about what a great job he's doing, and how amazing the space was held, and how I've seen his dedication over the years, just committing to this path and watching him grow and evolve. And it was so beautiful. So just wanted to share that with you, and how the teachings come in so many ways. Like, that little realization might not sound like a lot, but to me it was huge. And I started reflecting on areas in my own life where I might not take myself seriously. But you know, now as I'm relaxing more and getting more clear on all the things that I want to do, and not allowing the outside pressure and noise to affect my decision making, I'm confidently choosing the path I take. So the things I do is the things I want to do. So I exude confidence when I'm doing them, and joy and happiness and excitement and creativity. So it's a lot easier to step into them with power, and to step in them with knowing and just that drive. And I hope that really makes sense, because I think that's a really important point. So this video went about 16 minutes. I'm gonna do one night per day on these videos, just so they don't take forever. So that was night one, which really leads into night two. And you know, part of going into taking things personally, I realized at the end, you know, some of the reasons why, which was my first intention. But I remember in this ceremony, I almost had something like a heart surgery. So sometimes on ayahuasca, they'll have things that they call like surgeries, where it almost feels like someone is doing a surgery on you. Sometimes you feel like an operation is going on in your mouth, a certain part of your body. Sometimes you actually see like beings coming in. They could be like little alien-like creatures, or, you know, big different creatures. And Rythmia really does a great job of telling you what is possible that you could expect. And that's why I love the place, because they really prepare you for each ceremony going in. Like their whole program on helping you to set intentions about the personal development classes during the day, the integration after, and what to expect. And this night I had this subtle heart surgery. And it was like, because I take things so personally, I had a lot of wounds in my heart, a lot of scars, and it was just mending those up. And I think it was getting ready for the next night that followed, because a lot of shit started to happen. So anyways, that was my night one at Rythmia. Stay tuned for night two. Again, please subscribe to this channel if you like it, or share this video with your friends. And if you have any questions at all about plant medicine, I'm not an expert, but I'm passionate about it, and I have experiences that I can share. And if you can relate or gain anything from my experience, that's all I can really offer. So thank you. Watch Psyched Out, psychedoutmovie.com. Check it out on our channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please reach out or leave a comment on this video. Have an awesome day. Peace.